Hello? Holy shit. I've Are we so back? Refresh. Whoa, I'm live. Okay. This is my first stream. What we're doing is we're making a neural network. I don't really know how that works, I can't lie. But I think what we do, the idea is that we have some training data. I gotta move my mouse out the way. Oh, wait, I have to switch screens. Alright. So I think what we do is you have some model which has some like y equals mx plus b or something, right? Just like a simple formula. What we do with this is, what do we do with this? So we initiate some m and some b, and we evaluate the cost, which is c, which equals, say this is y sub 0, y sub 0 minus y. This is the actual value. This is actually what we want. And then, and I believe it's squared, because I don't really know why it's squared. I get like you want it to not be negative. I get that part. But like it's also, I don't get it. I don't get why it's squared. It should really be absolute value, like in my mind, but I'm not smart enough to understand this. But anyways, I guess let's also c sub 0. And then we have to find the derivative of this, I believe. Because if you find the derivative of it, you can find which way it's moving, and you have to get it towards 0. I believe is the idea behind that. There's multiple ways to find the derivative, and one such way is, I mean, like you can do like normally if you have like some f of x equals like 3x squared, f prime of x equals 6x, right? But you can't really just do that. In computing, you have to, because this is doing it like symbolically, I believe is the method that's called. And there's another way to do it, which is like really complicated, but it's like the better way, which is backpropagation, which uses like transformers and all this math. And I was watching a video on it, and it makes sense. I don't know how to implement it, like actually in code, because that seems crazy. Seems insane. I can't lie. I gotta move this to my other monitor. But we can just do the limit definition, where it's like a limit as h approaches 0. F of x plus h minus f of x all over 8. So we're just going to do this. And we do it to each of the values, and we get, and we find we're finding basically like the c of dy. No, it's of each variable, so it'd be like of dm equals dm, and then with like dc of db equals db. I think I think my math notation is completely wrong. I can't lie, but basically something like that. Then we update the values, and then we go again. I believe is how this works. You have something called like an activation function, which is so basically, so really what this is it's not y sub 0, it's y sub 0 equals f of z, and z equals mx plus b. And and our f is like some function. They have like different ones. I'm gonna do all of them basically. I'm gonna do because they're basically to normalize the input. Because essentially, since this is linear, any amount like things you do with essentially if you only use linear operations, even if you have multiple neurons that feed into like one that feed into an output, right? You basically can everything is a linear combination of them. So it can only be linear. It can be done in one move pretty much, even if you do multiple. So you do some function that's not linear. Pretty sure the common ones are like sigmoid, which I don't know what that is, and then tanh. That looks ugly. Tanh of theta. I'm pretty sure. And yeah. There's also one called like ReLU. I'll put it over here. And there's another ReLU one, which is like a different one. I think sigma is between 0 and 1. And tanh is between -1 and 1, which tanh is better because its middle is 0. So I think this is the one I'm going to be using. Well, I'm going to use all of them, but this is what I'm going to start out with. Actually, no, I think ReLU is the easiest one. Because this is just max of... It's not an M. This is max 0 and Z. So that's basically it. I don't know what we're gonna be training on, but yeah. So back to the Linux screen. Oh, whoa. Actually, I lied. Not back to this one. ZHS wants to update. Okay, now back to this screen. All right, fun. Emacs new dash s. What we call this is like ml dash c. Yeah. I guess we didn't make it right. So I don't have a C compiler. I don't think. Well, I think G++, like for C, I think that also uses, I think that automatically installs GCC, so I might have one actually. I don't know. Because I don't know C. Like, so I've done a little bit of C++, and I understand it. Unfortunately, I understand it. It's such a terrible experience of a language. But I think I understand the basics of it. And the basics of it is C. But there's a little bit more like intricacy. Like the standard I/O stuff is different. Like it includes, so I have to look those up. Also, don't know if I have a compiler. Should probably go get an LSP for it as well. Should probably get an LSP for it. What else was I gonna say? Yeah, there's just a lot of like weird things. Like, I think you have to define in your function every variable before you use it. I don't know if that applies to for loops, but yeah, I don't really know C. So we're gonna figure this out. I guess we do touch projects slash what would we call this? Machine dash learning. Actually, I have to slide mkdir dash p project slash machine dash learning. How we do? Wait. Wait. I don't think I created the file correctly. Yeah, there's nothing in there. What am I doing? We're so bad. All right. So I have to go to Mason because I don't think I have a. Oh, I have Klein. Okay. Maybe I do have a. Maybe I do have a CLSP installed. I did not know I had that. How do you do Hello World and C? I think it's hashtag include stdio.h. I think I did that backwards. I think it's like this. I think it's in main. String args. And it should be printf. Hello world. I believe this is how you do this. There's gonna be so much stuff I just don't know. Maybe there's not that. What if I just get rid of that? Uh, called 2 for some reason. Fire. So I should go and /n. Get that as a habit before I stop. So what was one of my call to GCC? I think I have to call it main, right? I lied. O2 is the optimization, right? That's like the getting it to do stuff. Am I crazy? And then main.c is what you call it. Is the all right? We go over here. How to use GCC. I'm doing a lot of this today. Source file dash o. Oh, that's output. Oh, what was optimization? Because O2, and then that's like the optimization 2. I thought. Whatever. I guess I'm wrong. I don't care. So main.c output main w. Cool. All right. So let's go make our model. We said we're gonna start out this going through 0. I don't like that. This. So we're gonna make this. I don't think they don't have classes in C. They have structs, I believe. See, this is like so much easier if I do it in a language I know. But that's no fun. So I think is it just struct model and then int m int b. Add a comment y equals mx plus b. Is that right? I have no idea. See, like I think normally when people code on stream, either they're really good at what they're doing or they've already done what they're doing. Neither of those. I've done neither of those. I don't know what I'm doing, and I've I'm not very good at this stuff. So we'll figure it out. So and then we also need. Oh my god, how do you do like train? How do you do? How would I make training data underscore data? Well, hold on. I believe C is not a snake case language. Sucks for me. Uh, no, it's yeah. I think this is right. Well, no. So if I want something like this, where it's like, what function should we do? Let's do like multiply by like 10. All right, that's easy enough. None of this is syntactically correct, I'm guessing. Four and 40. Boom. Yes, that's wrong. Oh, I have to do that. Maybe it's all right. How to declare array in C. How to tell you name array size. Oh, okay. So I would do int. Why is it not getting there? I wonder. Then what does it do? It is like this. Okay, I was right. I just placed the things on the wrong side. Okay, cool. I'm right. Okay, wait, this is big. This is huge. This is big. This is crazy. Okay. So we have our model. We have our training data. How do I get a random number? Okay, we'll need a random number right now. We can just make it something stupid. So let's go define our activation function. So that's what this is. That's the f of z thing. That's this. How do we do that? I have to go find z first. So I guess I need an int evaluate, right? I need like an evaluate function, which is gonna just do the model, right? So it was called this eval. This would take a model m, return. Uh, how would this work? Wait, hold on. And I guess just some int x, right? Int x, and I'll just what the fuck was that? Int x, cool. And then I guess we'll just return m dot m. I don't like that. I'm calling it that. Must use. What is he saying? What the hell? Why won't Tmux let me? I can't use my mouse. Whatever. Let's use struct tags. So I do struct model m? I guess. All right. We just do int. Should we do? Let's do Relu. Probably hashtag include math.h. I lied, it's not called that. Okay, how to use max in C. Oh, that's cool. I always wanted to do that. Alright, sick. Oh, it does have this operator. Okay, I don't know why I thought C didn't. Oh. So it should be 0. Is that right? That's right. 0 is greater than Z. Return 0, or else return Z. Alright, so that's what Raylo is. I think there's another version where instead of 0, it's like Z less than or greater than 0. Negative Z. It's something weird. I don't know. It's changes the bounds of it to make it a little better, I believe. But Raylu's like the normal one, I think. I think this is like the industry standard right now. Minus some evil ChatGPT billion parameter neural network activation function that they use. But yeah, I believe is the case. I believe is the case. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. Anyways, so we got our functions. So I guess we just like do some model. I really have to call this a different thing. I have to call M a different thing. What should I call it? I should call it a W because it's a weight. You feel me? I have to use struct every time I call this. I guess. Yes. What do I call this? Call that like 1. It's called B equals 2. Or no, 0.5. Sure. You know what? These need to be floats or doubles. This is gonna an integer, and this is an integer, but it's also needs to be a double, which shouldn't get lost. This is a double. This is a double. It's a low IQ move by me, but it's fine. We'll go on with it. I'll initiate these later. Oh, I'm also gonna need to be able to print this. We'll get to there when we get to there. So I think it's 4 int I equals 0. I less than. Well, it doesn't matter what I is less than. It doesn't matter. I didn't make the cost function. It doesn't matter. So I think we'd do like 1,000 iterations, right? Plus I. Let's go make the cost function now. So the cost function is basically finding it's the y sub 0 minus y squared. I gotta go mute my mic. I gotta sneeze. What's this? Which I don't really get why it's like that. Maybe because it's like it's a parabola, so things matter more, right? So a smaller increment changes it heavier. I guess I don't really get it. I get why we want to make it positive. Why I was saying earlier, why don't we just use absolute value? But I guess we do that. I don't know. Anyways, do the cost function. So it should be cost, and we're taking in construct model M. And I guess we just take in some int n, and then we just. How am I gonna find that? I don't know. Let's go make the for loop first. Yeah. I'll just put this here. Because basically I want this index 0 is the input, and this is the expected output. I think I want to make an XOR, like logic gate later, where I think you need like 2 neurons for that. Two neurons, and then a hidden neuron, I believe. That's a whole separate thing that I will get into. I'll get into later. I'm probably the most unexperienced person doing this. The entertainment of others. Anyways, so I think what we do from here is we find our loss. So we just go double loss or double cost equals. What was it called? I don't want to call it different things. It's just double C equals cost M. We also have to input the other John. How should I do this? Because I'm thinking I need to find the cost for all the values pretty much. Or no, I don't. Do I? Go back at the math. Let's look back at the math formulas. Because I increment my new values each time by doing the like when I get like a M sub new or whatever, get black. When I get like M, or I don't use an M anymore, and get like B sub new. I know I actually put the underscore. It's basically just B old minus BB. Is basically it. It's the idea behind it. I think this is wrong. This, what's it called? The notation. I think this is what I do. So I believe. So I need to find like the, which is really all I care about. And to find DB, what I need is I need to do to find DB. I need to do the loss. I have to get the derivative of the loss function. Pretty much. So I would have to do I also need some int h equals 1e to the negative like 2 or something. Something small. I guess I can see that doesn't work. So wait, what training data do I use? How do I use the training data? I don't know. I don't want to just look up the actual code. I'll look up C stuff because I don't know C, but I don't want to look up the actual neural net because that defeats the purpose of what I'm doing. So we have the cost. So I'm pretty sure what I need to do is I need to I know eventually I'm gonna need to find EW equals cost. It's cost of you know what? I don't pass in the model to the cost because I need to change things. This should just well, no, I can just actually, I lied. I can just do double. Cool. That's not how you spell the word, is it? Sick. All right. Then I'll initialize an X later plus D dot B. I'll initialize a Y later. Minus W plus H. You know, cost D dot W times X plus D dot B. Yeah. Why am I doing D? It's M. What am I doing that for? And then the actual, and then it's over H. It's just simply not an integer, so double. What is Clang yelling at me about? Okay, yeah, because X and Y don't exist yet. We'll get to that. Basically at the end of this, I'm just gonna be doing D dot or M dot W equals W M dot W minus. Well, I guess it's just minus equals W. I guess is what I'm doing. Oh yeah, that's right. Right? Yeah. Yeah. All right. Cool. Dope. Dope. All right, now what am I doing? So I get the cost. I think that's it, pretty much, right? Because this function right here, right? This. Oh my god, I was not streaming the code the entire time. Holy fuck, idiot! I'm an idiot. Anyways, basically, what I was. I guess you can see what I did, right? So this is definitely wrong because I still don't get how I'm gonna iterate over the training data. I don't get how that works. I'm gonna look that up. I can't lie. I don't like actual how to do it, but like how it works. So, oh, I didn't call Raylu. Oopsies. Don't I just evaluate? Double I sub 0 equals Raylu. M dot W times X plus M dot P. And then this way. So it's cost Raylu. And then this one. That completely. No, it's Y sub 0. Excuse me. I think, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's mad at me for not using X, but that's fine. I don't need to use X. But yeah, that's right. Again, I don't get. I think what I need to do I need to do this for each training data? For each thing at training data? I think this is okay. How to use training data for machine learning. Calling it the worst Google search of all time. Cleaning, splitting. That's not what I mean, dude. That's not what I mean. How to iterate. Okay, I think I do this, and I think I do for it's j equals 0, a less than training data dot size. Data dot size of training data. Right? I think that's right. J plus plus J. I think we yank all this into here. I think that's how that works. I'm not exactly sure. Not exactly sure. Dude, why is Tmux not letting me change this? Do I not have Where's the mouse? To use mouse Tmux. That's not how you spell that. Set G mouse on. Edit. Mouse on. So now what's the refresh? Tmux source file. Whoa. Okay, I just need to like go over here a little bit. I just need to over here. Yeah, there we go. Thank you. Alright, sick. Okay. So this, yeah, okay. I don't need X anymore. What I need is... Oh, I can just get into X equals training data sub J sub 0. Assuming C indexes it correctly. I think this is right. And then, okay, there's something I forgot mathematically to go over. So I believe when you update this, you know it's not E minus BB. That's wrong. It's B minus some a Greek letter N, which is like eta. Is that how you pronounce that? What is it? It's Greek letter N. Is that eta? Am I getting knowledge checked? Am I failing the knowledge check? Okay, why should we pictures, dude? Like, dude. Okay. I said green, didn't I? I meant Greek. My fault, twin. My fault. Oh, it's a new. It's a different one. It's a lowercase one. I thought it was eta. What's an H? In what world, bro? In what world? What were we saying? All right, whatever. I guess it's an H. My fault. But it's eta. It's eta times dB, which is just some rate. It's just some rate. I'm just gonna call it rate. I'm not gonna call it that. I'm gonna call it that. Actually, I actually kind of like calling things the Greek letters. I think it's cooler. I think it's more interesting. And lie. Equals. We're just gonna call this the same. We're just gonna make it the same thing. I think it's supposed to be less than 1. I believe is the idea of it. I don't really get why. I think it's so you're not moving too heavily. You know, you're not overcorrecting, which is weird because we're finding the derivative for a reason. Like I feel like we would move it that far. Well, I guess you don't want to overfit is the idea. I'm not exactly sure. Also, I'm gonna change the amount of iterations we're doing. I'm gonna do 100 times 100. 1,000. I think I was doing 1,000 before, right? I didn't actually look. I think this is right. I think I'm doing this correctly. I think this is the idea. Not exactly sure. And then I don't use this. I get some int y equals training sub data sub j 1, right? And I think this is right. I'm not sure. And then my cost takes in this. And then takes in y. Oh yeah, I'm messing this up somehow. I want want this one. That one's there for some reason. Why is that one there? That one's there. Right. That's good. That one's. There's that one's correct. That one's fine. Am I good? Did I do it? I think I did it. I think this is correct. Whoa. Did it. Sick. Okay. What did I do here? What I wanted. Not what I wanted. Is that right? Okay, boom. Suspicious uses side of. Should I not do that? Should I do like a. Where's trading data? Where did I put this? Oh, it formatted it. Ew. I think that's right. Okay, cool. So then let's go back to this cost function. Let's go make this actually correct now. So this cost is just gonna take in y sub 0. I'm just doing this. I'm just hitting a little return y sub 0 minus y squared. Oh wait, now I have to do pow too. Yeah. Boom. All right, sick. So this should be correct. I'm pretty like yeah. I have to actually go like check it and stuff, right? But like I kind of want. Did I one shot this? No, it really does. It really does exist. Look at me. I never used this function. Whatever. Don't need to. This is right. I believe this is right. Yeah. We go through our training data. We yeah. We get our y sub 0, which is like this is our prediction. That's times nothing. That's b x. This is our prediction. Then we get our derivative of our weight, derivative over our b. We increment them, and then eventually we should be correct. And then the idea is we do like some print model to define shrink or void print submodel struct model I don't know if C has an easier way to do this, but I'm doing it like this. Print f m.w. Or wait, no. So what do I want to do? I want to see if I'm correct, right? Right? Isn't that what I want to do? What do I want to print? Okay, I have to iterate through the training data, so I have to do like for int I equals 0, I less than size sub data plus I, and then I do like printf sub or how to print integer in C. Mod D. Mod D. Expected actual or no yeah, actual ID. um do I have to what do I do for this? Do I actually have to evaluate it? I have to evaluate it, right? That means I have to do the activation function. It means I do, right? Yeah. I have to do this number. I guess I just do that number. Okay. Zero. Boom. Training data. Boom. Right, this is correct. I'm pretty sure. Then I do that for each thing, the train and the training data. Oh wait, this is me size of -1, right? Right? Yeah, I think so. I think it's right. I'm not sure, to be honest. I think this is basically what I'm doing. What's just saying about my format specified input argument has type double. Fix available. I messed this all up. Why is why are you weird now? Clear. Pissing me off. Why is it that? Whatever. Q. S. That's not what I wanted. S. Nope. Oh yeah, I don't know why I said an integer, it's double. F. I think this is right, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think this is basically correct. What? Do I have to go return 0? Did I not do that? Define a reference to main. Oh wait, never mind. Not in the right directory, am I? Reference to POW. I'm not correct. It is not telling me I'm wrong. I'm not getting any code actions available. how to use PAL. Huh. Let me go make a new one again. Let me just like CD project slash. Let me just like hashtag include math.h int main 0 in printf. Let's do 3 squared. That returned a double. All right. Replace. Replace. What are we doing with them? Yeah. Do it in this one. Nine. Good. Good job. All right, sick. So what's wrong with this one? Is it y sub 0 minus y, right? That's what we do. Am I crazy? Maybe it's because it's a negative value, and it's not defined for negative values. Perhaps is the reason. I use it the same way, right? I just put in, yeah, squared. Okay, cool. Cool. Undefined or reference to POW. I don't get that. I don't get that. Yeah. Why? Slash users has been temp shadow and function cost. Yeah. Hmm. What if I put it in this? Hold on. Hold on. Maybe it's a problem with it being in a different. This is like some C bullshit, I think. I'm pretty sure this is just some random C being weird. What if I do like a double gone? It doesn't take anything. We're here now. Then we just return how 3-2. Yeah, that works. What the fuck? What the fuck? Maybe it's because it's 0. Maybe it's. Maybe it's not defined for negative values. That's the only thing I can really think of, to be honest with you. Nope, not that. I don't. Okay. I don't get what undefined reference. I'm including it the same way, and I'm calling it the same way. What if I just do like? Because I can do that. Undefined reference to POW. What? What if I just don't use it and I just return? Minus y times y sub 0. What if I do that and don't even worry about it? Ah, cool. Actual 0. Sick. So it did. So, so, so. Oh. Hmm. Okay. Let's look at the print model function first, because the output's wrong. Like how it's displaying it. So it's less than size data. What's size data? This is I don't think I know how size of works. Size of gets the oh I'm stupid. Oh I'm stupid. Whatever. I'm putting in 0, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things. I'm just gonna make it 5 everywhere. I'm not that I don't care to figure out how that works properly. Less than 5. Less than 5. Uh I don't know what's going on with this. Clear. Okay. All right. Cool. Love that. All right. So expected, actual. So that means my model is just. That means that this keeps returning that, which means that ReLU is doing if 0 is greater than this, return 0, else return Z. Right? That's what that means. That's how it works in Java. I'm pretty sure is that if this evaluates to true, then you return that. If it's valued to false, it returns that. And since this is meant to be a max function, the first if this one is true, it's just this value. You know what I'm saying? So that means that this. Huh. Maybe I shouldn't use ReLU. Maybe I should. All right. What's sigmoid? Function. 1 over e to negative x. Okay, that's not bad. How do I do e in use the exponential in TS in C? How to use E and X and C. Identifier has a double argument to compute, so if I want it. Okay, cool. So it should just have double sig, which takes in a double z, turns 1 over 1 minus negative z. Is that the function said right? Am I crazy? Uh, 1 over 1 plus exponent e to the x. Negative x. Yeah. Sig. 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 Oh. Just click. Oh. Alright. That's the only thing I can think of is why it's not. No, it's being weird. Undefined reference to exponential. Oh, that's right, because math doesn't work. Oh my fucking god! I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna end it. Okay. What if it doesn't like it at the top of the? At the top. Fuck. Oh my god. I'm going insane. Okay. Okay. What about test? Can test still? Can test? Does test still have the? Does math actually work for test? NVim. Learning test. Let's see. Right? Yeah. I'm just gonna copy the function 1-to-1. How am I using it? Oh yeah, I'm like defining double n equals sig of this is I'm doing stuff. Then I gc dash wall dash extra test dot c dash o test. Okay, we don't have it now. So strange. We still have power, which is weird. Hmm. I don't understand C enough to understand why this doesn't work. I don't understand this language enough to get why it's not like linking or whatever. In function sig. It like what does that do? That also doesn't have. Okay. I'm using it correctly, right? It's EXP. Oh, I have to do dash LM, I guess. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, everything's still 0, but still, that's cool. Alright, sick. Just look at it when it prints the model. It's printing this, which is sig, whatever, my weight times my x, which, yeah, the x is correct, plus b. That means it's getting so yeah, I guess the weight is probably just 0 then, or something. So let's go over here. So I have weight is 1. Then I iterate through it all of these times. Well, you know what I should do? I should do a little f. I should do a little b. Keep forgetting I made it w. Keep forgetting that. Okay. Yeah, sick. All right. Okay. Okay, it's getting like crazy ass numbers, which, sure, sure. Oh my god, look at this. Holy shit. Maybe I should do the cost for it. I should print the cost as well to see how accurate it actually is. Those numbers don't look correct, but it's fine. And then I just do cost of, what does my cost expect? Okay, and then I do cost. That W times X plus B. Oh, I have the slash n over here for some reason. Oopsies, oopsies. That's the same thing. My cost function is crazy high. Okay, let me not do as many things. Let's just do 100. So I can just see it. Only 100 lines. Okay. So that number's crazy high compared to that number. Why is that? Because start off with my numbers. We have a cost of 0.25. And then we get way higher. So I think the minus equals. I wonder if that's not working.
I wonder if that's not working. Also, this should be correct because it's doing the sigmoid for each thing. And then y sub 0 because I'm doing f of x still over h, and my h is a small number. Yeah. So I think that, I don't know. I wonder if that was the case. Get me all the way down here. Nope, not the reason. Okay. um. This is right? Yeah. Because my first cost is 0.25, which I can verify because it's 0 and 0, and then I'm getting 0.5 squared. So yeah, 0.25. Yeah, that's definitely correct. And then, so I get int x, so my int y is correct. Y sub 0 is my actual prediction, which I'm using sigmoid on z. So I should have z here, which is like int z, right? Which is m dot w times x plus m dot b, right? Basically. So this is a double. And I'm doing sigmoid z. Really, what's happening mathematically, if I use proper notation. And then I get dw, which is, I'm basically incrementing w by h. And yeah, I'm doing that too. Huh. And then that I increment m dot b by h. This, I swear this is all correct. I'm getting the cost of it all. Oh, you know what? I'm subtracting by the actual, not the cost of the actual. So I have to do double cost of pred equals cost of y sub 0 y. I don't like the SS pred. What should I call this? What should this be? This should be called like I don't know. Let's actually not call it anything. Let's just do this. Let's just dw cost y sub 0 y. And if this works, then I'll explain why I was wrong and stupid. And yeah, so we can all laugh about it. Right on, yeah. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. So I'm still wrong. I'm better. I'm better. Okay, so I think I am more correct now. Yeah, I should just do it more than 100. Well, here's the thing is that, okay,
Couple things. Couple things. Couple things. Thing one. So basically, this derivative, which is the numerical derivative, I think. Numerical derivative. I think that's what it's called. It needs the. It's for the cost, right? Like, that's why it's DC. It's for the cost. I was doing. If you look, I had. Switch tabs. I had the cost minus the actual value, which is not correct. It's cost minus the cost of the actual value. It's the cost of the slight movement, the slight change in weights, minus the actual cost. I was doing the cost of the slight change in weights minus the prediction, which is not correct. So that's wrong. I don't know what I'm wrong about now. um, yeah. So that's strange. That's strange. Why don't I just okay? Because it shouldn't ever be getting higher, which I don't like. If I run more things, I can run more. What's it called? Tests or whatever. Wonder. Yeah, it shouldn't be getting higher. Because you need to decrease by that number. You need to decrease by the derivative for sure. I might have the okay function. Okay, the limit definition of derivative. Can I see it? Thank you. F of x plus h minus f of x. Over h as h goes to 0. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. F of x plus h minus f of x all over h. And then I apply h to these numbers. I can make h smaller, I suppose. My eta value is still fine, I'm pretty sure. Should be correct. This should be like I feel like I'm right. Like, I can't lie. The cost is doing this thing where it gets bigger and bigger, which I don't like. Change my training data, by the way. Let's do ×2. Make it a little bit easier. That's a 4. What? Super complex function. Super complex function. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. What did we start out with? What did we start out with? Weapon. But I can't see it anymore because I'm doing a bunch more iterations. Never mind. Never mind. We'll never know. A true shame. A true shame. Clear. Clear. Thank you. So. I don't know.
We have our z value. That's correct. That's correct, I believe. We do the sigmoid function on it, which I think the sigmoid function is correct as well. I believe sigmoid is correct. Maybe I can look at it again. What if I look it up, sigmoid function in C? Look at that. It's like basically what I have. I should use 1.0. I feel like yeah, it's dumb of me. What the fuck? Fuck are we doing? All right. GCC. Hold on, let me just find it. You know, that didn't change anything. Well, so I can do this now. I should look up cost function. And linear regression, yes. Just show me the function, bro. What were we doing? What were we doing? I swear it's y minus y sub 0. Or y sub 0 minus y, rather. Which one am I doing? I'm doing y minus y sub 0. Okay, maybe I'll try this one. It shouldn't matter. Same thing. Because it's squared. Like 5 minus 3 is 2 squared. 4. 3 minus 5 is negative 2 squared. It's 4. Doesn't matter. Okay, whatever. My cost function's correct, so that's cool. Shout out me. This is my input. This is my output. So 0 and 1 is correct. Am I using them correctly? And finding the cost, because that's the expected. This is the expected value. So yeah, that's correct. I never passed that in the sigmoid, and sigmoid's correct. And then I subtract from the regular cost, the cost of my actual model and its actual weights. And then I divide by h. And then I print it out. And then I come over here and actually change the values. I'm not gonna lie, I'm looking kind of lost about what I'm doing wrong. Unless I'm forgetting something, because I have my activation function, I have everything. Yeah. Minus y squared, and then I change all that. Should be correct. Looking back at my math, I'm like, yeah, this looks correct. Yeah, I think I'm right. I don't know why I'm wrong. This might be I don't have anybody I can actually ask, so this might have to be a ChatGPT. Save me. Save me, Claude. Save me. I'm gonna ask Gemini, because Gemini sucks. I don't think I've ever asked Gemini for help and have been glad that I did. So let's ask Gemini for help. I don't think I'll like it very much. Ooh, that's scary. Cool. I'm not even gonna ask anything. I'm just gonna put it in the code. Just see what it says. Major issues. Output activation versus the dataset. What? Oh wait, that's so true. Uh, yeah, I stopped using this. I don't need that because I was like, it's the same number every time. So I don't care to make it good. I don't figure out how to do dot size and see. I don't care to do that currently. So when I do this, I'm not using sigmoid. I should. Okay, what happens if I don't use sigmoid at all? Because sigmoid does the value between 0 and 1, Gemini was saying. Um, not a number. Cool. When is it not a number? Let's just do 100. Oh, sick. I passing this incorrectly. Cost of that W, and I increment W, and then I have X, and then I increment X, and then this. I don't use sigma on this. Just say Y sub 0 equals Z. Oop. Oh, cool. It's still wrong, but you know, sick. uh. Oh wait, this is correct now because this is still using sigmoid. This is still using sigmoid. Right all. Oh my god, we're so back. Okay, okay, okay. So, I stopped using the activation function and now it works. So I don't really get why that happens. I think, okay, I think it's because I did ask Gemini. But, what you can't see when I go to different screens on the stream, can you? You can't see that, can you? It doesn't appear, does it? So what is happening to the stream right now? I have no idea. So is it frozen? I think it's frozen. So is it what if I unplug and plug back in this one? Doesn't even do anything, brother. I have this for now. Actually, you can't have that for now. I lied. Video capture device. USB 3 video. Okay, cool. All right, I guess we're back. I guess it works now. I guess. Suppose. Yeah, but I did have to ask this, and it did tell me. So yeah, size of wrong. Anyways, also yeah, that was not used in that. I don't remember what was wrong for that one. But yeah, it's this. So basically, data set is 2x. This is between 0 and 1. Sigmoid. So I guess you can't use that activation function, I guess. So I guess but I guess I can change this now to any number I want. What was I doing before? I was doing times 10, right? Yeah. Doing times 10. So let's make it times 10. And then now, if I come over here, yeah, that's basically correct. And I have 0.44% error, pretty much. 0.44 cost percent. So that's pretty cool. So now what we can do is we can change this, and whatever we change it to, it will still be correct. So I don't like how Clang formatted this. It pisses me off. I liked how I had it. It looked clean and it looked good. So the end goal for today is to do an XOR. I think XOR is multiple neurons and like a hidden layer. But we can do other logic gates, I'm pretty sure. What can you do with one neuron? What can you train with one neuron? Yeah, basic logic gates. So we can do and or. So let's do and. Let's do and. So if I have 0, 0, it's 0. 3. And then if I have 0, if I have 1, 0. What did I say I was doing? I said I was doing and, right? 0. And if I have 0, 1, it's 0. If I have 1, 1, 1. Anywhere I used 5. Or I can just say and subsize. Actually, no, it's they're all gonna be the same size because there's only so many inputs to go. Only so many. Cool. Cool. So this is and, right? Because it's just 0 and 0 had 0. 0 and 1 and 0 is 0. 0 and 1 is 0. 1 and 1 is 1. That's what and is, right? Now we can come here, compile, and then yeah, now it's wrong. It's completely fucking wrong. It's fucking completely fucking freaking wrong. I think it's because now we can actually use Sigmoid. I'm pretty sure is why. Now it's better if we actually use our activation function. And then yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this is right. This is right. This is right. I think this needs to have sig. And then boom. And I think this is correct now. Almost. Not at all, really, but it's fine. Or you know what? We only did it for 100 iterations. Let's try that number. Also, not even close. But you know what? Let's also just get actual random numbers, just so we know how to get random D. Lib.h. Oh, we can also do. Okay, so you seed rand. Okay, I want numbers between like 0 and 1. I don't get why it's telling me to do that. Yeah, see, this is so much easier. What the fuck was this? Dude, why is Google just have AI as the first thing? They said they're pushing it more? What the fuck are we doing? Anyways, yeah. So, lives in a pineapple under the sea. SpongeBob SquarePants. So I think I can srand. I can see the random with time. What's time take? How to get current time. Let's see. Time function. Raw time. Time null. And then how do I get a number between 0 and 1? Float. Random double. 0 to 1. Oh yeah, you just Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Double. Wait, did you actually convert like that and see? Whoa. Yeah, Rand over and submax. And you're the same thing. And then I actually need to include you guys. Lib.h. What was the other one? I'm.h. Hopefully I don't have the issue like I did with math earlier. That was really annoying. Okay, cool. So we're still wrong. Terribly, terribly wrong. But we're going to the same place we went to last time. Means we're doing something almost correct, maybe, almost, perhaps. You know what? Since we have multiple values, multiple inputs, we're gonna need more weights. I think is what's happening. So what we need is this has been wrong for a while. So we need w sub 1 times x sub 1 plus w sub 2 plus x times x sub 2 is basically what we have. So I'm just gonna call this w sub 1 and then double w sub 2. I think was why. Because we have two inputs now. So that means in w sub 1 and then we're just gonna yank and paste and then replace. So double z is w sub 1. That's back. I keep pressing 0. Or I pressed the other number. I lied. U sub 2 times x sub 2. Boom. Boom. Okay. Sig z is correct. And then this is dw1 times x sub 1 plus m dot w sub 2. W sub 2 times x sub 2. And then this one is w sub 1 times x sub 1 plus w sub 2 times x sub 2. Had to sneeze. Okay. And then yeah, that's correct. And then What is this? Okay. Easy. Whoops. I bring you back over here a little bit. Get another guy going. That's not what I wanted. Yes, there we go. And then I think minus equals does work. I had other issues before. W sub 2. I really should have made like an evaluate function. I literally was going to, then I deleted it. Whatever. Whatever. Things is alright. I don't feel like checking. Yeah. Right off, just in case we didn't. Now. Oh, where's that? Oh, it's in this one. Oh, I just did that one again. I did one twice. Okay, dude. Okay, man. Shout out them warnings. Okay, you know what? That's not that bad. How many times did we iterate? 1,000 times? Or 10,000 times? Just do 100 times 1,000 times. Let's do that many. Whoa. And now look, that's basically zero. That's basically zero. That's basically zero. And then boom, it's basically zero. That's sick. That's sick. That's sick. And then now, instead of doing sig, we can do different function. We can do tanch. Is tanch an actual function in C? Is this an actual thing in C standard library? It is. Whoa. Okay. Because they become the activation functions. Where's when I was looking at it yesterday? It's in like data science today or some shit. common. I don't remember the ones I was using. But yeah, this is Sigma. This is what I was saying. It's from 0 to 1. Tanch is better because it's from. Shut up. Tanch is better because it's what's it called? Centered at 0. Look at that. That's cool. Yeah, 0 centered output. So can we just use Tanch and see how to use Tanch? How to use Tanch? C. Double Tanch, double X. Double X, blah, blah, blah. You just use it. Okay. Cool. Don't gotta do it myself. Fucking dope. That's worse. But yeah. I mean, like, a couple of things we can also change. We can also our rate as well, and then drop this down to just that many, which changes our numbers a little bit. But basically, we're correct. Basically, we're correct. Go back to using sigmoid. And so back to paint. So for a let's like zoom out, get a bunch more space. Cool, cool. All right. So basically, what we have right now is we have two inputs that go to two neurons. I think when you have multiple weights, that's two different neurons, right? I think this is kind of the setup we have right now. I think. And W1 changes accordingly to both. Or something. I have no fucking clue what I'm doing, man. I don't know. But basically, we're gonna create a hidden neuron, which is like over here. And then, yeah. But that's basically what we're doing. And then we can go get XOR, because XOR can't be done with only one neuron, like what we got. I think is the reasoning or whatever. I could just be wrong. Could just be wrong. But yeah. Let's before we even do that, let's go look and let's go do OR. Let's do OR. And then now we just the same thing. Yeah, that's basically correct. Look at that. I basically have fucking 0 cost. Do you see that? That's sick. That's how good I am. This is we expect 1, we basically get 1. We expect 1, we basically get 1. But yeah, we're so we don't even want the 0 so much. We're negative. Think about that for a second too. Think about that. That's how good we are. Sick. All right, what are we doing? Okay, for sure. XOR uh this is XOR. This is the gate, right? Exclusive OR meaning that you can only have one one. We have two ones here, so it's zero. So if we try to train this, right, it doesn't work. With that said, we get OR that time. Okay, we're kind of getting OR a lot. I think you can get AND sometimes. I think. Basically, you can't get XOR. Is pretty much the idea, right? Pretty much the idea. So what we need to do is we need to create a hidden layer, which means we do this, we get Y, or we get our Z, and then from that we get our H's somehow. I don't remember, I'll be honest. How do we do this? I don't remember. Fuck. Also, this looks so ugly. It looked ugly before when I added two, but come on. I can maybe live with this. Alright, cool. Don't do that. And this one looks super ugly. What the fuck is this? Yeah, no. No, dude. No. Okay, whatever. Whatever. I'm just not formatting anymore. I don't trust this. I don't trust Clang or whatever my formatter is, and I'm not sure. Pretty sure it's supposed to not just get OR, I think. Whatever. That makes me upset. That it's not just OR. Whatever. I think you're supposed to be able to get AND when you try to train an XOR without the end of the correct data. I think. I think this is something that is real, and that I'm not just making it up. Could be making it up. I'm not exactly sure. Anyways, continuing on. So we need like a hidden layer. I forget how hidden layers work. There's something weird or something stupid. Um. So I think we go get our Z. We go get everything, and then we pass it back through again. But not when we add. It's not here. I don't think it's not after we find the derivatives to change. It's not here. It's like what is it? I don't remember. How to use hidden neurons. How to use hidden weights. That's not what I'm fucking talking about. Neural network. Oh, and our first how it works. Node receives inputs, multiplies them by hidden weights, and adds a bias. Let's just Stack Overflow, but for even. Right. I think what I do is I have, instead of Z, I think I'm pretty sure. Instead of this Z being like what I end up using Tanch on, what I end up using my activation function on, I think I do H. This is change word H sub 1 equals like all that. Or no. I think I used that. I think I had to use the activation function on it. Or do I? I don't remember. I'm pretty sure. So it's either I do H sub 1 was that, and then I have. Wait, no. The person isn't explaining it very well. I feel like. Multiple layers. Series and sigmoid. Oh, yeah, all of them. I'm not using back propagation. Leave me alone, sir. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember how to do this. I looked at it because basically what I did before I did all this is I watched other people do it, and I didn't write a single piece of code myself. And I came here and I was like, I'm gonna natty one shot this, which I almost did. I almost did. I don't remember how hidden layers work. Hmm. I don't know. I don't know. Glenn, I don't know. This is so weird. I think you have to pass it through some way. Maybe. Because if I have two neurons, right? Maybe they both need W1, W2, and W3. Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. I think I did do this. I did see this. So basically, yeah, we're just adding more stuff. The underscore is getting annoying. It's just gonna be one. I can't lie to you, Glenn. Actually, you know what? I've already used the underscore enough. I'm just gonna keep going with it. I think yeah, they both get their own. Oh wait, I'm not sure. Okay, well hold on. Let me show this better. So basically, what we have going on right now, we're doing OR, right? We were just doing OR. We had one neuron that's taking two inputs. One is the 1, one is the 0. I'll put a 1 basically. And this is our W1, this is our W2. But for XOR, we need 2 neurons, which each one, I got the diagram right, I just didn't actually do it correctly. And each one is, it's not how does it look? It looks like looks like that. Yeah. This is the 1, and then this is 0. Goes to both of them. Or I should show it like that. Yeah, like this. They both come out to be 1. Pretty much. And this is W1. This is W2. This is W3. This is W4. Kinda. Actually, that's W2. But it's whatever. It's whatever. It's whatever. It doesn't matter what we call them. Back to the code. Oh, my mouse is over there. So this should be correct now. Well, it's not done yet, but this should be the idea behind it, basically. And what we're gonna do, layout 1 updated. What the fuck does that mean, Twitch? Alright, whatever. So I think how we do this is we have like H1 was that, and then we do the activation function on it, I think. And then what we do from there is we yeah. So this is our H1. And we do like Z sub 1 equals tanh H1. Or we would have to get like another. I think we get. I think we get double sub 2 equals m dot w 3 times x sub 1 plus m dot w sub 3 or sub 4 times x sub 2 plus m dot b. It's still a 1 bias. Or no, you know what? I think we need separate biases for each one. I know it's wrong. I know it's wrong. Wah. Definitely making some. I don't even know how we figure it out at the end. I can't lie. I don't even know how we would like do the final evaluation, to be honest. But yeah, so we do these, and then really our H1s, and then we get double Z sub 2 equals tanh H sub 2. And then we have to go get it again. So we would go get like Z3 I guess. I don't know what we would call it. Maybe a V. I'm not sure. I think we need another set of weights. I think we need another set of weights because I like to hear. I think V's need weights. What the fuck did we go? V? These are gonna be V's now because there's too many W's. It's pissing me off. Um, I think is how this works. Then double V1, double V sub 2. Then we need another bias. I think now how this works. Z sub 1 equal, or no, Z sub 3 equals double Z sub 3 equals M dot V sub 1 times X sub 1 plus M dot sub 2 times sub 2. V sub 3. I think this is correct now. I think my final output is just the activation function done on this final Z sub 3. I think is kind of what happened. Here's the thing though, that this doesn't depend on these though. I'm pretty sure. Wait, what am I doing wrong? I'm doing something wrong. Oh, you know what? It's because technically this is the hidden neuron, right? Hidden, and then this is times disease. Plus that bias again. Yeah, that's correct now. Okay. I figured it out. So I need to instantiate all of these with a bunch of random Johns. Yank. Yank. Paste. And then I need my V. M dot V sub 1 equals. Alright, cool. Oops. Cool. Alright. Sick. Sick. Uh. So I'm definitely just gonna make a function called evaluate double. Oh. I'm just gonna say it takes in N1. Double B. Alright, sick. I don't care to actually change these. I lied. I just don't want to change. I just want to make these ones prettier. I can't lie. I just want to make these. I almost want these ones to not be so fucking ugly. So yeah. So I need to copy and paste this shit like 20 times. Oh my fucking god! I'm gonna end it. Okay. So to find the derivative of W1, I need to do tangent the eval of m dot W1 plus h x of 1 W2 x sub 2. No. M dot W B 1 x sub 2. Sick. Oh, you know what? M dot B sub 1. I'll tangent that. I think that's correct. And then for D sub 2, I get rid of this. I put it here. I do this. Yeah, that's correct. W sub 3 plus H. M dot W sub 4. M dot B sub 2. X sub 1. X sub 2. Y. I think Y is correct. I think I'm correct in saying that. Because I'm finding, because what Y is the correct answer. So, and I have to find it to get it all towards that, right? I think I'm doing it right. Tanch, I just spit water on my screen like an idiot. Oops. Tanch. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I use that same cost value a lot. I should take that cost value. Oh my god, I'm streaming this thing again. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm an idiot. I do that so much. Anyways. Yeah, I should go. Uh-huh. Okay, I'm gonna make this loss. I'm gonna put a double cost, or what should I call it? Let me see. Equals Sub-Zero Y. Dope. Now I think I'm doing this correctly because I think I'm taking this and then no. I need to use this as the X, right? Because this is because I have to do it in relation to this one, which is Z1, so I have to tangent. Oh. 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 I have to do this plus H. Right? Wait, hold on. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. And then I do sub 1. Okay, this is a lot, dude. I have to, I'm not gonna lie though, I lucky don't know if I want to do this. I don't know. I lucky don't know if I want to do this. Because basically I'm pretty sure what I have to do is I have to do this tangent eval statement, right? Or W1, but it has to be in relation to how it actually affects the final output, which means it has to be inside of this. So inside of, I'm sure I'm the right thing, right? Yeah. Has to be inside of this Big John. So I have to do a lot more copying and pasting. This sucks. This kind of sucks. Because I'm doing this all. Basically, the thing is, right? Thing is, there's a method called backpropagation, which is like I don't have to use the limit definition of a derivative, which makes it really easy. But I don't know how to do it in code. Never seen it done. Never seen it done. So I don't know how to do it properly. But basically, it makes it so this whole thing, this stuff, is done way. It's conceptually harder, but it's like more elegant of a solution. This is a lot of code that I have to write for only 2 neurons, right? So, or three, or whatever. I don't know. Two. So yeah, this is a lot. Okay, I wonder if what I can do, if I can. How can I make this easier on myself? Do I AI generate it? um, Yeah, I'm gonna write out the first one correctly. But I'm gonna delete this line. I'm gonna start over again because it's so much. Double DW sub 1 equals cost and eval m dot v sub 1 m dot w sub 2. I have to do tanh eval m dot w sub 1 m dot w plus h m dot w sub 2 m dot b sub 1. It's v sub 2 x sub 2. I think for W1. Or no, you know what it is? It's times Z. V sub 2. Oh. What? No. V sub 2. V sub 3. What is it trying to say to me? I have V. And then I have V2. Then I have the B. And this is my X. And this is my X2. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is how many it has. 3, 4, 5. So what are we talking about? What are we talking about? I'm low-key about to just also delete this real quick. And cost is always going to be, it's going to be the same thing every time, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's always minus y. Or it's always comma y. I called it C, right? I don't know why. I think that's right. Yeah, I think that's right. So low key, I'm just gonna, can't lie, I don't want to do that. Well, I mean, I guess I could copy paste it and then just thug it out. But I have to do it so many times. Yeah, no, low key what I'm about to do is I'm about to go. I'm not getting it to do it for me. I'm telling it to make my life easier. Okay, hold on. Gemini sucks. I don't like Gemini. I have to switch screens for a second. Hello, hello. Okay, we're so back. We're so back. Alright, simply do what it did for DW someone and do it for all the weights biases. Dude, I asked you to do something. You know what fucking doing? Freaking do it. Alright, low key is a copy paste idea. Yeah. Yeah, I know. This ones didn't exist. So I'm just gonna copy paste yes. Cause I already did it for the first one and I don't care to do it for all the other ones because it's so much writing the same thing over and over again. It gave me more than I asked for, which pissed me off. What was it saying about the? I mean, if it's already gonna give it to me, I might as well see what it's gonna say. Oh shit! Look at that, it works. Okay. So I didn't really cheat, but I kind of cheated because I didn't want to write out all this stuff because I'm doing it in a way that's not using backpropagation. So it's a lot of typing out the same thing over and over again. Basically, what we're doing is we're changing our low value by h amount each time. And but when we evaluate it, we have to evaluate it in the context of this final value, y sub 0 or whatever. Which is, or it's we're supposed to look at h3, right? Which h3 is, so like when we want to change w1, we have to change w1 here, which changes it here, which changes it here. You know what I'm saying? And we want to change w4, right? Change w4, which changes it for h2, which changes it for z2, which changes it here. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's so much writing. It's so much more convoluted. And it has the AI comments, which I hate. And it's pissing me off. But basically, right. I'm just gonna get it to print cost for each one. Percent F, and it's just gonna be C. Yeah. So that way we can see how it's learning and shit. Oh, there's no slash n in there, is there? Oops. There's no slash n there, is there? You can kind of see how the cost, well, it goes around, which I don't think is correct. But I think it's like that because of the way I'm looping through. Because when I'm looping through this, I think I'm supposed to do it the opposite way. Because when I'm looping through this, I'm doing it like, uh, it's going through like every 5 or so ones. It's going towards the other thing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, anyways, it's basically correct. It's doing it's going back to this number. You know what I'm saying? So it's not straight down. I'm doing something wrong. I can't lie. But yeah, because it's changing which piece of data it's looking at. I don't think I'm doing it wrong somehow, but I don't know. I've been doing that wrong the entire time, even when I did do it myself, not the AI. So you know, I mean, it's working though. Like that's correct. Like it's just target's supposed to be 1. It gets basically 1. Target's supposed to be 1. Basically 1. Target's supposed to be 0. That's point. Yeah, yeah. No, that's basically 0. That's basically 0 too. So yeah, it works. So I had to sick. But yeah, I just had the AI just fucking do the. It was so much writing. It's so much writing, dude. It's so much writing. I was not doing all that writing. And now it works, which is sick. So that's basically it. That's all I wanted to do today. All I wanted to do. It only took me 2 hours and 45 minutes. But it's crazy because I did all that. Don't even know C that well. Like, I kind of knew that I needed to use struct, but like I had to go do struct. Like, do you have to say struct when you pass it in? Like that's weird. Like when you pass it in as as a thing. But one thing I can do, which is sick, I'm gonna go do it right now, is that I can change Tanch to Sig. And it will also work with all the different activation functions. This is gonna be a lot, isn't it? Yeah. Oh my god. I'm not that good of him to know how to do this easier. Really, what I should have done, since I knew I wanted to do this, I wanted to around with stuff, is I should have had a function called activation and then just change what that calls inside of it, but it's fine. Since I knew I kind of wanted to do this, look at it with different activation functions. So yeah, you can see when you do it with the what's it called, sigmoid, it's a little bit worse. But to make up for that, we can like change Ada if we want, and then you do more like just do 1,000 times 1,000. Yeah, we're gonna be here for a little minute. It's fine. Okay, so I think actually the reason why it wasn't going straight down before was because of the activation function I was using. I think Tanch just doesn't do that well. I think Tanch, the cost kind of jumps around a little bit, but it still goes down more. Probably just has to do with what the function is. But this one, yeah, now we can see it's a bit better. It's still not as good as what Tanch was giving us. But we can change. I never got Rayleigh. I never tried Rayleigh with the other ones. So let's, oops, Sig. Let's just change this to Ray. And we should just get another one. That should also start to work. Then we uncomment this and we change that to just being Rayleigh like that. I think I misspelled one. Yeah. Okay. I think this works. I'm not sure. The cost is like super low. I don't know if that's like it's going from 0 to 1 cost. I don't think that's correct. Yeah, okay, something's wrong with my Rayleigh function. I wonder if I have it backwards. And then I'll need to do it that many times. I'll make that 1. Yeah, something's wrong with Rayleigh. I don't know why. I'm gonna look that up. Why? Okay, why is this implementation work with Rayleigh? I'm gonna ask it that because I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna figure that out any other way. To be honest. Your C implementation. Okay, yeah, because I did just change that to see that fixed it. I figured that'd be the. I knew this one was correct. I was just wondering if I didn't know. Feel me? Calculation drops below 0, which happens constantly during training. Okay, so I think you know what? What's the different Rayleigh activation? There's a different one that's like, yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. It's but then you have some constant e to the -3 times d. So let's do that one instead. Let's see. That is better. Nope. Oh, because I'm not changing it to that one. Really, I should have this be some like constant in the code or whatever, but I don't care. Instead of using magic numbers, but I've been doing them the whole time, and this is just do some stuff. Oh, yeah, so that doesn't fucking work. Doesn't fucking work. Because that's getting 1 for some reason. Am I doing it correctly? Oh, you can use phi. Wait, that's kind of sick. You can use phi where that's the CS standard normal distribution. That's fun. Oh, so why does it not work with the leaky ReLU? Oh, right. Yeah, yeah. Because it's. Well, because if that's greater, return that one. What? Oh. I guess that. Okay. I guess you have to do it that way. I don't really get why. I think it's because of for when it's not 0. Or when it's like, if it's 0. But. Z 0.01 times Z. Okay. That makes sense because this one was looking at. Oh wow, that one's actually really good. Leaky ReLU is like fucking dope. Because this one was 0, 0, so that makes kind of sense why that one was breaking before. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Because basically what we weren't accounting for before was what if Z is what if this Z value is not, what if it is 0, right? Now we account for that, which is dope. That's kind of sick. I really like that. That makes a lot more sense now. Okay, I feel like I feel pretty good for today. I feel like I got the stuff I wanted to get done. I think next time, take a break from C. Next time, I want to implement a Raft and Go. I don't know Go, but I kind of know what the Raft protocol is. I kind of know what that is. I've done a little bit about it in Java. I never finished that project, but you know, overall, beat the background. Overall, feel pretty good. I kind of feel bad that I like didn't like write out all of it myself. But like, come on, I'm never figuring this out. I'm not that I'm never figuring this out, but I'm never doing this part myself. Come on, that is so stupid. I'm a grown man, not that grown, but a little grown. I can make my own decisions. I'm deciding not to write out all this code because that was a lot of copy paste that I'm not good enough in Vim for. You know what I'm saying? Ugh, I hate these AI comments. Piss me off. And I hate this Clang. What's it called? As well. The Clang like freaking formatting. But yeah, it works. It works well. Yeah, I think I'm done. That's it. Goodbye.